All right, teammates, we get paid to read these books. This has been a great book, man, this month. This has been the last few days of Leading with the Heart with Mike Krzyzewski. All right, so let's get into it. This is in chapter about friendship. Now, Mike Krzyzewski said he's a people person, and I believe it. I mean, the longest chapter in this book has been on friendship. I mean, it's been almost 238 to 255 just on friendship. 16 pages just on friendship. Mike Krzyzewski is a people person. You don't get to that high level in anything attracting high quality people to stay with you that long without being a people person. Anyway, so listen to this. Let's get into it. So now this is, so he's talking about 1999. In 1999, at the end of the season, Quinn Snyder, one of his assistant coaches, was leaving. He got a head coach's job. In addition to that, 7 other players was leaving. 3 of them were seniors, and another 4 were freshmen and sophomores. Elton Brand was one of them. So, I mean, basically, 99 was like, it's only 12 or 13 players on a basketball team. 7 of them gone, so over half the team is leaving, and his assistant coach is leaving. And he having hip surgery. Like, oh my God, like what is going on around here? So, in Elton Brand's case, I already knew that he and his mother wanted him to go to the NBA, but they struggled with their decision. They were sensitive to the fact that no Duke basketball player had ever before left early to go pro, and they didn't want to hurt anybody. Do you know how that alone is an amazing statistic? And up until 1999, no player ever left Duke early. That's amazing. Anyway, now listen to this. Well, I didn't want Elton and his mom to feel guilty. I knew this was going to happen. I wanted to make it a joyous occasion for them. So a few days after I had hip replacement surgery, I asked him to come to the hospital. Look, you want to do this, don't you, Elton? I asked. Yes, Coach, he replied. But we don't want it to hurt Duke, said his mom. If it's what is best for the two of you, I said, Duke will be fine with it, and so will I. And listen to this. This ain't even my point, but listen to this. He said, I wanted a relationship of the highest order with Elton Brand and his mother for the rest of our lives. How I handle that situation would determine that future. Teammates, you can't treat people any kind of way. You can't treat people any kind of way and expect to have a productive, rewarding relationship. You just can't do it. And that ain't even my point. In fact, I'll make that my point. I love that. I love that energy, but I got a second point. My second point, insight, is this. He says, now listen, this I just read, I'll read it again. He says, I knew this was going to happen, and I wanted to make it a joyous occasion for them. So a few days after I had hip replacement surgery, he said, I asked them to come to the hospital. That's my insight. Some meetings can't wait. He said I had them come to the hospital. Mike Krzyzewski made, I think I looked it up, $9 million from Duke that year. In addition to all the other endorsements and all the other stuff, I'm probably making $30 or $40 million a year. And he in the hospital, hip replacement, wires plugged up to him, having the players and their mamas come to his hospital bed to have meetings with him. Hey, teammates, some meetings can't wait. Some meetings just can't be. You can't wait till it's always convenient. I love that. I'm that type of person. It don't even matter what time it is. If we got something we want to talk about, let's talk about it. But, but depending on, everybody don't feel that way. It's like if you're employee-minded, whatever it is, we work from 9 to 5, I want to leave and leave all this stuff there and go home to my real life. This work life, I'm just tolerating it. I don't want to talk about that no more. I'm going home. Not that you can't take a break, but you think the daggone CEO of whoever, Schlumberger, talks to the CFO any time of night. I'm sure they do. Or the CMO, or whatever, VPs. People that do stuff at a high level. The coach of the Texans right now, DeMarcus Johnson. Do you think he's talking to his defensive coordinator any time of day or night? I'm sure they are. Listen, when people are trying to win and they are part of something bigger than themselves, It ain't no like, well, everything got to be perfect. No, come to this hospital. We got to get this hashed out right now. All right, point 2. Now, well, this will be point 3. All right, now going on. Now, this is still in the chapter of friendship. He says, now Quinn Snyder was having his, farewell speech, leaving the team, and he talked about, friendship and stuff. So listen to this. Sometimes all the good things we try to provide for our team members, all the things we try to teach them, the values, the words Quinn Snyder mentioned in his speech, do not make a difference. Sometimes people simply have to do what they have to do. Sometimes they have to move on. So how do leaders handle it? Well, we feel sad, disappointed, possibly betrayed, but real leaders have to put all those feelings behind them. They have to thank the players for doing a great job while they were with us and wish them well. Then we have to get on with it. It's always next season, next game, next play. I love that, teammates, especially in our type of business where you a leader and you team building. People are going to come and go. It's not for everybody. And I know it's not for everybody. When people are like, I know I'm the crazy one. I am the relentless, crazy, won't let it rest person. Everybody else, most people got jobs, they normal. I understand that. They're not going to stay doing all of this around the clock, relentless pursuit, $1 million ring. Well, I want one of them. Everybody don't want one, but I want one. I'm going to get one too. So what happens, but when people leave, the feelings of sadness, disappointment, and betrayal, we got to get over those feelings. And that's the insight. Real leaders put negative feelings behind them. All right? Next insight. And I'm going to let y'all go. Now, he was talking about Jim Valvano. And anybody, I'm from North Carolina, so I know about Jim Valvano, NC State, Duke, Carolina. I love all that stuff. All right, now, if you ain't from North Carolina, you may not understand how passionate we are about that. Anyway, Jim Valvano died of cancer. Right before he died, he was at Duke Hospital. Mike Krzyzewski was going to his room every day before he died. They were great friends. They had coached against each other until they weren't. Coach Valvano got sick, obviously he wasn't coaching no more. Now listen to this. This is like the last few days of Jim Valvano's life. He says he was a coach. He tried to turn something negative and bad into something positive and good. That's an insight right there. Another time he blurted out, Mike, I'm afraid. I'm afraid of dying. I don't want to die, but I know I'm going to die. And then just as quickly as he started talking about how some people handle this whole cancer thing, as he put it, and listen to this, I wish everybody would take it on like coaches, he told me. They should come in and say, let's try something different. Let's try something new. I'm not afraid to try anything. Just like in coaching. If something isn't working, we innovate. We try anything that will help. In coaching, we never give up. Never. I love that too. That's my insight. You got to be willing to try anything if it's not working. Something will work. Whatever you're trying to accomplish, something will work. So if you're sitting there thinking that defeated or this won't work, or no. Whatever you're doing at this moment or that instant is not working, but something will always work. You just got to keep trying to do new things and keep on innovating. All right, teammates, I love you guys. This has been great, leading with the heart. I think we got about 4 days left, and then we're going to get right into another coaching book. This coaching stuff is got me pumped up right now. Love you guys. We'll run this play again tomorrow.